and Blackwell platforms combining to win gold medals on all tasks. At Computex, NVIDIA, with the top computer manufacturers, unveiled an array of Blackwell architecture-powered systems and NVIDIA networking for building AI factories and data centers. With the NVIDIA MGX modular
I don't think this person's calling me back
our
again,
OEM
so
and ODM partners
we're done with
are
that.
building more than 100 Blackwell-based systems designed quickly and cost-effectively. The NVIDIA Blackwell platform brings together multiple GPU, CPU, DPU, NVLink, NVLink switch, and the networking chip systems and NVIDIA CUDA software.
Oh no, it's Bebop.
The next generation of AI across the cases, industries, and countries.
There you are.
The NVIDIA GB200 NVL72 system with the fifth
Oh, it took away my...
NVLink
Oh my god.
all
I
72
hate this game.
GPUs to act as a single GPU and deliver up to 30 times faster inferencing for LLMs workloads and unlocking the ability to run trillion parameter models in real time.
Okay.
Copper demand is strong,
Okay.
and Blackwell is widely sampling. We executed a change to the Blackwell GPU mass to improve production yield. Blackwell production ramp is scheduled to begin in the fourth quarter and continue in fiscal year 26. In Q4,
Oh my god, I don't have enough stupid things.
$billion
Yeah, nice try,
in
buddy.
Blackwell revenue. Copper shipments are expected to increase in the second half of fiscal 2025. Copper supply and availability have improved. Demand for Blackwell platforms is well above supply, and we expect this to continue into next year.
Annoyed today.
Networking revenue increased 16% sequentially. Our Ethernet for AI revenue, which includes our Spectrum X end-to-end Ethernet platform, doubled sequentially with hundreds of customers adopting our Ethernet offering. Spectrum X has broad market support from OEM and ODM partners and is being adopted by CSPs, GPU cloud providers, and enterprise, including XAI.
It's gonna fucking die. Oh my god.
Compute cluster in the world.
You know what? Give me this.
Spectrum X supercharges Ethernet for AI.
He's down $300 at least.
1.6x the performance of traditional Ethernet. We plan to launch new Spectrum X products every year to support demand for scaling.
I really think they need to fix the stupid
from
zip
tens
line.
of thousands of GPUs today to millions of GPUs in the near future. Spectrum X is well on track to begin a multi-billion-dollar product line within a year.
It's just annoying. One of the issues with this game is that whenever you... I like to play a bunch of different heroes, and the hero that I played yesterday, right?
At national imperative for their society and industry.
The hero that I played yesterday does not have...
Industrial science.
They have a larger clip than Grey Talon does.
Its AI bridging cloud infrastructure 3.0 supercomputer with NVIDIA. We believe sovereign AI revenue will reach low double-digit billions. The enterprise AI wave is started. Enterprises
Don't I have something that gives me more help?
Revenue growth in the quarter. We are working with most of the Fortune 100 companies on AI initiatives across industries and geographies. A range of applications are fueling our growth, including AI-powered chatbots, generative
Jesus,
AI
it's such a stupid move, man. Like, I'm not even doing anything to stay in his dumbass range. Fucking bullshit.
AI for their smart agent, transforming the customer experience. And
sorry, it's just really dumb.
Service costs by 30%.
Like, that's such poor design in an FPSer. And someone in the forums was like, yeah, well, it's in other games. I'm like, it can still be stupid in those games, too.
To build
I don't like, so the reason it works in Dota is because you can look and do things in a different direction, right? Wow, I just missed two goddamn creeps, too.
Over 3 billion queries a day for over 10,000 enterprise customers is working with NVIDIA to build Copilot. And lastly, Withdrawn is using NVIDIA AI Omniverse to reduce end-to-end cycle times.
Go away, idiot.
By 50%.
Please, please,
Automotive
please.
was a key growth driver for the quarter, as every automaker developing autonomous vehicle technology is using NVIDIA in their data centers. Automotive will drive multi-billion dollars in
Would not be
revenue
wasting
across
that.
on-prem and cloud consumption, and
You
will
back yet?
grow as next generation AV models require significantly more compute. Healthcare is also on its way to being a multi-billion-dollar business as AI revolutionizes medical imaging, surgical robots, patient care, electronic
Maybe
health,
I have.
record processing, and drug discovery.
It was annoying.
During the quarter, we announced a new NVIDIA AI Foundry service to supercharge generative AI for the world's enterprises with Meta's Llama 3.1 collection of models.
It's the only movie has is a stupid hook. I gotta learn to avoid the hook. I guess if I put an immobilization trap on top of him.
To develop customized AI applications to encode their institutional knowledge into an AI flywheel to automate and accelerate their business. Accenture is the first to adopt the new service to build custom Llama 3.1 models for both its own use and to assist clients seeking to deploy generative AI applications. NVIDIA NIMs accelerate and simplify model deployment. Companies across healthcare, energy, financial services, retail, transportation,
Give me
and
stuff.
telecommunications are adopting NIMs, including Aramco, Lowe's, and Uber. AT&T realized 70% cost savings and 8 times latency reduction after moving into NIMs for generative AI, call transcription, and classification. Over 150 partners are embedding NIMs across every layer of the AI system.
Go explode, dude.
We announced NIM Agent Blueprint.
Oh my god.
Customizable reference applications that include a full suite of software.
Game
for building
bullcrap.
and
Man,
customized
that's so
generative
annoying.
AI applications.
He got a freebie. He should be
With NIM
dead.
Agent Blueprint, enterprises can
Oh, gotta get good, man.
refine their AI applications over
Why does it have to be an
training on
FPSer? It's so
data-driven
bad.
AI flywheel. The first NIM Agent Blueprint include workflows for customer service, computer-aided drug discovery, and enterprise retrieval augmented generation. Our system integrators, technology solution providers, and system builders are bringing NVIDIA NIM Agent Blueprints to enterprises. NVIDIA NIM and NIM Agent Blueprints are available through
He got stuck
NVIDIA
too. Good,
AI
good.
enterprise software platform, which has great momentum. We expect our software,
Get rid of his
staff,
healer.
and support revenue to approach a $2 billion annual run rate exiting this year, with NVIDIA AI Enterprise notably contributing to growth. Moving to
He's gonna have to kill it.
AI
He's reloading.
Gaming revenue of $2.88 billion increased 9% sequentially and 16% year-on-year. We saw sequential growth in console, notebook, and desktop revenue, and demand is strong and growing,
course I
and
missed.
channel inventory remains healthy. Every PC with RTX is an AI PC. RTX PCs can deliver up to 1,300 AI TOPS, and there are now over 200 RTX AI laptops designed from leading PC manufacturers.
Oh,
With 600 AI-powered applications and games and an installed base of 100 million.
okay. We're doing better now.
RTX is
We're still only up
revolutionizing
500 points.
Consumer experiences with generative AI. NVIDIA Ace, a suite of generative AI technologies, is available for RTX AI PCs. Mega is the first thing to use NVIDIA Ace, including our small
I just don't want to get
small
thrown onto the
language
stupid
model,
thing.
Minitron 4B, optimized on device input. The NVIDIA gaming ecosystem continues to grow. Recently added RTX and DLSS titles, including Indiana Jones and The Great Circle.
Where is he?
And Dragon Age.
Oh my word. I don't know. I just don't know why. I don't understand. Whoops.
With total catalog size of over 2,000 titles, the most content of any cloud gaming service.
I just call BS.
Moving to pro visualization. Revenue of $454 million was up 6%
Bebop,
sequentially
zero
and
freaking
20%
skill
year-on-year.
hero. And then
Demand
when you
is
get
being driven
thrown
by
in, like,
AI
now all of a
and
sudden,
graphics
like, your
use
mouse
cases,
sensitivity is, like,
including
all
model
messed up.
fine-tuning and omniverse-related workloads.
Just because it's just bad
Automotive and
design.
manufacturing were among the key
Frustrating.
industry verticals driving growth.
Well, now your ass shows up.
Companies are racing to digitalize workflows to drive
It's just so
efficiency
annoying.
across their operations. The world's largest
Like,
electronics
Bebop
manufacturer,
is just
Foxconn,
bad to play
is
against.
using
Like, I've
the
clearly outclassed him,
power
but I cannot
twin
finish the job,
of the physical
apparently.
plants that produce
Because anytime I get
NVIDIA
close, you
graphics
can't,
chips.
you know, it's too
And several large
stupid sensitive.
global
Yeah, use your
enterprises,
stupid thing. Let's
including
go.
Mercedes-Benz signed multi-year contracts for NVIDIA Omniverse Cloud to build industrial digital twins of factories.
Yep, saw that
Announced
coming.
new NVIDIA USB in and connectors to open Omniverse, new
Damn it.
and enable developers to incorporate generative AI copilots.
I don't know, I just need to stop sucking. There's clearly somebody here. I want the money.
Accelerating their ability
I'm up 1K on him. I guess I shouldn't,
WPP is implementing.
I don't think there's any way to actually cancel out of that.
In its generative AI enabled content creation pipeline for customers, which is a Coca-Cola company.
Alright, thank you so much.
Moving to automotive and robotics.
The only reason I died is because I got
Revenue was
chased by this
$346
moron.
million,
Oh,
up
we're losing, like,
5%
actually
sequentially
bad. Where's this
and
earn?
37% year-on-year.
Oh no, we're up
Year-on-year
11K.
growth was driven by
Oh,
new
how do we not have the earn?
in self-driving platforms and increased demand for AI.
I hit him.
At the computer vision and pattern recognition conference, NVIDIA won the
Did he just,
autonomous
like, totally
land
waste his earn?
challenge in the end-to-end driving at scale category, outperforming more than 454 blocks.
Okay, where are we?
Boston Dynamics, BYD Electronics,
Right.
Figure, Intrinsic, Siemens,
There's an urn down somewhere.
AI, and Paradigm Robotics are using the NVIDIA Isaac Robotics
On the
platform
ground.
for autonomous robot arms,
Is it in here?
and mobile robots. Now moving to the rest of the P&L. GAAP gross margins were 75.1% and non-GAAP gross margins were 75.7%.
I can't see where the urn
Down
is.
sequentially due to
Thanks,
a higher
map that
mix
doesn't
of
have
products
contour
in the data
lines.
center and inventory
But
provisions
Flame Dude's
for
in the
low-yielding raw
understairs.
material. Sequentially, GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses were up 12%, primarily reflecting higher compensation-related costs. Cash flow from operations.
I'm still
was
ahead 1K.
14.5
Like, nothing
billion.
has been accomplished.
In Q2, we
Even my
utilized
thing is
cash
back
of
up.
7.4
So I didn't buy
billion
anything.
toward shareholder returns in the form of share repurchases and cash dividends, reflecting the
Yes.
increase
Okay, it was
in
all
shares
worth it.
per share. Our board
all
of
worth
directors recently approved a $50 billion share repurchase authorization to add to our remaining $7.5 billion of authorization at the end of Q2. Let me turn the outlook for the third quarter. Total revenue is expected to be $32.5 billion, plus or minus 2%. Our third quarter revenue outlook incorporates continued growth of our Hopper architecture and sampling of our Blackwell products. We expect Blackwell production ramp in Q4. GAAP and non-GAAP gross margins are expected to be 74.4% and 75% respectively, plus or minus 50 basis points. As our data center mix continues to shift to new products, we expect this trend to continue into the fourth quarter of fiscal 2025. For the full year, we expect gross margins to be in the mid-70% range. GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses are expected to be approximately $4.3 billion and $3.0 billion, respectively.
Love you, Bebop.
Full-year operating expenses are expected to grow in the mid to upper 40% range as we work on developing our next generation product.
I'm just dead.
GAAP and non-GAAP
I almost got it,
expenses are
but
expected to be
that
about
Bebop and
$350
Bebop or
million,
whatever was there.
including gains and losses from non-affiliated investments.
Am I 0 and 4?
and
I'm
public
1 and
sector
4.
securities.
Wow, I feel like a chump in this game.
GAAP and non-GAAP tax
Today,
rates
this
are
week's just been
expected to
really
be
stupid.
17%,
I don't even know.
plus or minus 1%, excluding any discrete items. Further financial detail are included in the CFO commentary and other
You got 3 of them,
information
though.
available.
It's like
on
they're
our
good
IR
players keep
website.
going after me.
We
Yeah,
are
the
now
guy
gonna
that has
open the
8
call for
kills went after
questions.
me,
Operator,
while the rest of his
please
team
help us
wiped.
and poll for questions.
I'll take that. I need to stop dying, though.
Thank you. And at this time, I would like to remind everyone in order to ask a question, press star and then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We will pause for just a moment to compile the Q&A roster. And as a reminder, we ask that you please limit yourself to 1 question. And your first question comes from the line of Vivek Arya with Bank of America Securities. Your line is open.
Thanks for taking my question. Jensen, you mentioned in the prepared comments that there's a change in the Blackwell GPU mask. I'm curious, are there any other incremental changes in back-end packaging or anything else? And I think related, you suggested that you could ship several $1 billion of Blackwell in Q4 despite the change in the design. Is it because all these issues will be solved by then? Just help us size what is the overall impact of any changes in Blackwell time?
Yeah, it's really weird how our team has like the same score, all of us. Yeah, there's our flex slot. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Nah,
like
okay,
that,
greedy.
the change to the mask is complete. There were no functional changes necessary. And so we're sampling functional samples of Blackwell, in a variety of system configurations as we've seen. There are something like 100 different
Jesus
types
fuck.
of Blackwell-based systems that are built that were shown at Computex. And we're enabling our ecosystem to start sampling those.
I don't know. I'm just getting chased by like 2 or 3 of their most
Functionality of
annoying
Blackwell
heroes
is
constantly.
as it is, and we expect to start production in Q4.
And your next question comes from the line of Toshiya Hari with Goldman Sachs. Your line is open.
Hi, thank you so much for taking the question. Jensen, I had a relatively longer-term question. As you may know, there's a pretty heated debate in the market on your customers and customers' return on investment, and what that means for the sustainability of CapEx going forward. Internally at NVIDIA, like what are you guys watching? What's on your dashboard as you try to gauge customer return and how that impacts CapEx? And then a quick follow-up maybe for Colette. I think your sovereign AI number for the full year went up maybe a couple billion. What's driving the improved outlook, and how should we think about fiscal 26? Thank you.
Thanks, Toshiya. First of all, when I said ship production in Q4, I mean shipping out.
Like, what
I
a
don't mean
stupid
starting
move.
ship, but I don't mean
So like,
starting
why
production.
that move? Why Pudge's hook is fair in
On the
Dota
longer-term
is
question, let's
like
take a step back.
it basically
And-
because of the two-dimensional
and
nature
you
of the
heard me
map. I
say
mean,
that
yeah,
we're
there's
going
height
through
value, but
two
that doesn't really matter for this. But this, you can just be the most
platform
dorky
transitions
thing
at the same
popping
time.
out of a window. Like he's just being a
The first
little
one is
prick right
transitioning
there.
From accelerated computing
It's just really
to-
stupid.
From general purpose
I
computing.
don't know.
to
I
accelerated
really don't
computing.
like it. And
the
again,
reason
this
for that
is
is
just, I
because
mean, it would
GPU
just
scaling
turn me off so
has
much
been
from
known to
professional
be
level play.
slowing for some time, and it is slow to a crawl.
Yep, see?
And yet the amount of computing demand continues.
And like having to have to avoid that every
grow
6 seconds is one of the most
maybe even
moronic
estimate
design
to be doubling
decisions I've
over
ever
time.
seen.
And so if we don't
Like, too
have a
many of the
new
heroes
approach,
in this game, see, like,
computing
okay, cool.
would be
Like, I
driving
didn't
up the
even get hit
cost
on my
for-
screen.
and it would be
Didn't
driving
even
up
get hit on my
the
screen.
data centers around the world. In fact, you're seeing that. And so the answer is accelerated
You
computing.
see out that complaint
We
on the
know that
forum is
accelerated
how that's
computing,
doing.
of course, speeds up applications. It also enables you to do computing at a much larger scale, for example, scientific simulations or database processing. But what that translates directly to is lower cost and lower energy consumed. And in fact, this week, there's a blog that came out that talked about a whole bunch of new libraries that we offer. And that's really the core of the first platform transition, going from general purpose computing to accelerated computing. And it's not unusual to see someone save 90% of their computing cost. And the reason for that is, of course, you just set up an application 50x. you would expect the computing cost to decline quite significantly. The second was enabled by accelerated computing because we drove down the cost of training large language models or training deep learning so incredibly that it is now possible to have gigantic scale models, multi-trillion parameter models, and train it on, pre-train it on just about the world's knowledge corpus, and let the model go figure out how to understand human language representation and how to codify knowledge into its neural networks and how to learn reasoning. And so which caused the generative AI revolution. Now, generative AI, taking a step back about why it is that we went so deeply into it,
Somebody made a
is
really
because it's
stupid
not
reply
just
on the
a
forums.
feature, it's not just a capability.
Should I
it's a
just go get this
fundamental
urn? Like,
new
why are we
way
even
of doing
fighting?
software. Instead of
I am
human-engineered
screwed.
algorithms, we now have
I'm dead,
data.
but I got my eagle
Tell
off.
the
Today I
AI,
learned you
we
can
tell
do the
model,
eagle.
We tell the computer what are the expected answers. What are our previous observations, and then for it to figure out what the algorithm is, what's the function. It learns a universal. AI is a bit of a universal function approximator, and it learns the function. And so you could learn the function of almost anything, and anything that you have that's predictable, anything that has structure, anything that that you have previous examples of. And so now here we are with generative AI. It's a fundamental new form of computer science. It's affecting how every layer of computing is done, from CPU
I gotta focus on
to
the game. I'm getting
GPU,
annoyed.
from
It's
human-engineered
just
algorithms
what I'm gonna
to
do
machine learned algorithms, and the type
between
of
this and the
applications
next
you
match.
could
I'm gonna get
now
up,
develop and
make a glass of
produce
something.
is
We're gonna start another
fundamentally
game,
remarkable.
and I'm
And
just
there's
gonna
several
try
things that
not
are
to be a
happening in
curmudgeon.
generative
I don't know
AI.
why I'm a curmudgeon today,
So
man.
the first thing that's happening is the frontier models are
I don't know. It's like
growing
something's in the air, and
quite
just everything
substantial
is just
scale.
going dumb and
And
sideways.
we're still all
Oh,
seeing
great.
the benefits of scaling. And whenever you double the size of a model,
I tried
you
playing
also have
Bebop
more than
last
double
night, and
the size of the
I don't know.
data to train it.
It was
So
just
the
not
amount
as
of flops
lame as the other one.
necessary
Get
in
the
order
urn.
to
Oh,
create
their
that
whole
model,
team.
goes up quadratically. And so it's not unusual. It's not
Their entire
unexpected
team
to
is
see
at
that
the
the
urn.
next generation models could take 10, 20, 40 times more compute than last generation. So we have to continue to drive the generational performance up quite significantly so we can drive down the energy consumed and drive down the cost necessary to do it. So the first one is there are larger frontier models trained on more modalities, and surprisingly, there are more frontier model makers than last year. And so you have more on more on more. That's one of the dynamics going on in generative AI. The second is, although it's below the tip of the iceberg, what we see are ChatGPT,
I guess it would work better if okay, so he's got his hook, but he has a bomb, which is like Vigar's silliness in League, which is generally not something that'd be allowed in Dota. It scales way too much.
But those are kind of the tip of the iceberg. What's below the iceberg are
and just so many ways that you're doing stuff in this game. Oh dear.
And you've heard me talk about
oh my god, we actually get them? They're both dead.
Moving from
Nice.
CPUs. It's now moving from CPUs
wow, we actually...
to generative AI.
Game's still tight. I need to not lose sight here. I'm now down 2k to that moron, but,
ad generation,
such is
targeting
life.
ads at very large scale and quite hyper-targeting.
I don't know. I'm just a very high econ player.
Content. These are
I don't know. I should have 2 kills on the
large-scale
guy. I mean, let's be
applications
honest. I did completely outplay him in
generative AI.
lane.
Of course, the
And
number
I
of generative
just
AI
left him at
startups,
100 health every time.
generating
But like none of my moves.
$10 billion
So Bebop's moveset is the dumb hook. Okay, so you got the hook.
opportunities for our cloud partners and sovereign AI. Countries that are now realizing that their data is their natural and national resource, and they have to use AI, build their own AI infrastructure, so
I don't
that
know.
they could have their own.
This
digital
cheese
intelligence.
ballness is something I really don't like in this game
Enterprise
either.
AI, as Colette mentioned earlier, starting, and you might have seen our announcement that
I mean, they
the
just
world's
sack
leading
themselves.
IT companies are joining us to take the NVIDIA AI Enterprise platform to the world's enterprises. The companies that we're talking to, so many of them are just so incredibly excited to drive more productivity out of their company, and then general robotics. The big transformation last year, as we are able to now learn physical AI from watching video and human demonstration and synthetic data generation, from reinforcement learning from systems like Omniverse. We're now able to work with just about every robotics companies now to start building general robotics. And so you could see that there are just so many different directions that generative AI is going. And so we're actually seeing the momentum of generative AI accelerating.
Okay, so now we're actually significantly behind because we've died like what 9 times.
Regarding
It's just too much
AI
downtime.
and our goals.
And then this guy's gonna appear, right?
It certainly
I don't
is
know.
a
I've just
unique, and
bunked
growing
this entire
opportunity.
game like really
Something
bad.
that surfaced with
Gonna get a drink.
generative AI
We're gonna start
and the
again.
desires of countries around the world to have their own generative AI that would be able
It's got the
to
urn.
incorporate their own language, incorporate their own culture, incorporate their own data in that country. So more and more excitement around these models and what they can be specific.
Well, at least I got the.
So yes, we are seeing some growth opportunity in front of us.
Probably just should have taken the thing.
And your next question comes from the line of Joe Moore with Morgan Stanley. Your line is open.
Great, thank you.
No game.
Talked about Blackwell.
Oh my god.
Incredible. It seems like copper demand is also
Trying to be slick, but like the controls are so bad on things.
So, how long do you see sort of coexisting strong demand for both?
So I got 1 kill. Dear lord. Is that's us?
The Blackwell activities, new clusters, just some sense of what that can do.
Oh my god, do we actually? Oh,
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
is he
the
dead?
demand for Hopper is really strong, and it's true. The demand for Blackwell is incredible.
Where did he go?
There's a couple of reasons for that. The first reason is if you just look at the world's cloud service providers, the amount of GPU capacity they have available, it's basically none. And the reason for that is because they're either being deployed internally for accelerating their own workloads, data processing, for example. Data processing, we hardly ever talk about it because it's mundane. It's not very cool because it doesn't generate a picture or generate words. But almost every single company in the world processes data in the background.
But they're not afraid. Let's go.
And NVIDIA's GPUs are the only accelerators on the planet that process and accelerate data. SQL data, pandas data science.
Oh my god, it went through the
new ones, polars.
This game, man. This game.
Platforms in the world.
I really call shenanigans today. What's our ping?
Which,
like which connection are we actually on currently? It looks
NVIDIA's
okay.
accelerated computing is really the only way to get boosting performance out of that. And so that's number one. Is the number one use case long before generative AI came along is the migration of applications one after another.
How did I get the cooldown? Oh, that's number 2.
The second is of course rent.
And I'm pretty sure that stupid guy is like the worst. And I have no way to deal with this.
And a generative AI company.
Yeah, this guy is way too much. The flame guy is also really unfun to play against.
Into infrastructure so that they can use an AI to help them create products. And so these companies need it now.
Need to actually spend stuff too. That's my other issue.
They can't afford,
my move is not doing enough damage.
Put it to use now. You have processing that you have to do. You can't do it next year. You got to do it today.
They just had them cornered.
So there's a fair. That's one reason. The second reason for Hopper demand right now is because of the race to the next plateau. The first person to the next plateau gets to be, gets to introduce a revolutionary level of AI. The second person who gets there is incrementally, better or about the same. And so so the ability to systematically and consistently race to the next plateau and be the first one there is how you establish leadership. NVIDIA is constantly doing that, and we show that to the world in the GPUs we make and the AI factories that we make, the networking systems that we make, the SoCs we create. I mean, we want to set the pace. We want to be consistently the world's best, and that's the reason why we drive ourselves so hard. Of course, we also want to see our dreams come true, and all of the capabilities that we imagine in the future and the benefits that we can bring to society. We want to see all that come true, and so these model makers are the same. They're of course they want to be the world's best. They want to be the world's first, and although Blackwell will start shipping out in billions of dollars at the end of this year, the standing up of the capacity is still probably weeks and a month or so away. And so between now and then is a lot of generative AI market dynamic. And so everybody is just really in a hurry. It's either operational reasons that they need it. They need accelerated computing. They don't want to build any more general purpose computing infrastructure. And even Hopper, of course, H200 is state of the art. Hopper, if you have a choice between building CPU infrastructure right now for business or Hopper infrastructure for business right now, that decision is...
I just had an idea. I just wrote
so, I
some
think
thoughts
people are
on the
just
MUAP
clamoring
thing.
to transition the...
Because I wrote a note, but there's a feedback for
established installed infrastructure
specific heroes and stuff. I still didn't buy out. Like, what am I doing? No, it's like my brain is just not functioning today.
With TD Cowen, your line is open.
What is happening?
Good afternoon, everybody. Jensen, I wanted to kind of circle back to an earlier question about the debate that we're having about the ROI on all of this CapEx. And hopefully this question and this distinction will make sense. But what I'm having discussions about is which the percentage of folks that you see that are spending all of this money and looking to sort of push the frontier towards AGI conversion and at a new plateau. And they're going to spend regardless to get to that level.
Okay, let's get back in this.
Finding a better angle.
Am I hitting something? Oh, this is real bad. Oh god, everyone's dying. We're fucked. We got 2, but we lost 5. I'm not sure that's how math is supposed to go. Walker's
people who are
toast.
investing in NVIDIA infrastructure are getting returns on it right away. It's the best ROI computing infrastructure investment you can make today.
What is this guy talking about? The ROA is not there.
So one way to think through it, probably the easiest way to think through it is just go back to first principles. You have $1 trillion worth of general purpose computing infrastructure, and the question is, do you want to build more of that or not? And for every $1 billion worth of general purpose CPU-based infrastructure that you stand up, you probably rent it for less
I just
than $1
lose
million.
server, or no, they're just screwing around.
So,
he's trying to go in there by himself.
There's already $1 billion on the ground. What's the point of getting more?
Ah!
And so the people who are clamoring to get this infrastructure, one,
Okay, this
when
stupid
they build
damage
out
thing, give me more
Hopper-based
help.
infrastructure and soon Blackwell-based infrastructure, they start saving money. That's tremendous return on investment. The reason
Apparently,
why
I got a
they
piece
start
of
saving
that.
Money is because data processing saves money. Data processing is just a giant part of it already. And so recommender systems save money.
I still haven't spent my money because I'm a moron.
So on and so forth. Okay? And so you start saving money. The second thing is everything you stand up are going to get rented because so many companies are being founded to create generative AI. And so your capacity gets rented right away. And the return on investment of that is really
they might push us.
And then the third reason is your own business. You know, you want to either create the next frontier yourself or your own internet services benefit
Probably a
from,
time to take mid boss.
you know,
Probably too late now, though.
next generation ad system or next generation recommender system,
we're all
next
over.
generation search system. So for your own services, for your own stores, for your own user-generated content, social media platforms, you know, for your own services, generative AI is also a fast ROI. And so there's a lot of ways you could think through it, but at the core, it's because it is the best computing infrastructure you could put in the ground today.
I need to get out of
The
here.
world of general purpose computing is shifting to accelerated computing. The world of human engineered software is moving to generative AI software.
Hey, yo, can you get the earning?
If you were to build infrastructure
Hadn't spawned yet.
to modernize your
Oh, for sure. Thank you.
your cloud and your
I think
data
it's
centers,
5 minutes from turn in, but like
build it with
why it shows up on the map
accelerated
without a timer, I don't know.
That's the best way to do
Just
it.
put that on the forum. Suggest here it is.
And away we
You think these
Your
games
next
actually come out?
question comes from
Actually,
the line of
Steam is
Timothy
known to just
Arcuri
fucking
with
drop
UBS.
games.
Your line is open.
Thanks a lot. I had a question on the shape of the revenue growth. Both
So they did see
near
me,
and
but
long
like
term.
they
I know
seem like
collectively
they aren't
increase OpEx for the
immediately
year,
trying to
look
stop
at the
me.
increase in your purchase commitments and your supply obligations. That's also quite
Oh,
bullish.
I'm almost that lady
On the
guys.
other hand, there's some school of thought that not that many customers
Oh,
really
there's
seem
3
ready for
here.
liquid cooling. And
Oh,
I do
you're dead.
recognize
That's
that
bad. I'm
some
gonna
of
go to the
racks
base.
Can be air cooled, but Jensen, is that something to consider, sort of on the shape of how Blackwell is going to ramp? And then I guess when you look beyond, next year, which is obviously going to be a great year, and you look into 26, do you worry about any other, gating factors like, say, the power supply chain,
What's his
or
face is guarding
at
the
some
thing.
point models start to get smaller?
It's
I'm
like
just
2
wondering
there.
if you can speak to that thing.
I'm going to work backwards. I really appreciate the question, Tim. So remember, the world is moving from general purpose computing to accelerated computing. And the world builds about $1 trillion worth of data centers. $1 trillion worth of data centers in a few years will be all accelerated computing.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab the urn.
In the past, no GPUs are in data centers, just CPUs. In the future, every single data center will have GPUs. And the reason for that is very clear, because we need to accelerate workloads so that we can continue to be sustainable, continue to drive down the cost of computing, so that when we do more computing, we don't experience computing inflation. Second, we need GPUs for a new computing model called generative AI that we can all acknowledge is going to be quite transformative to the future of computing.
That's pretty good.
And so I think working backwards, the way to think about that is the next $1 trillion of the world's infrastructure will clearly
My
be
KDA is now above 1.
different than the
Game
last
is
trillion,
turned.
and it'll be vastly accelerated. With respect to the shape of our ramp, we offer multiple configurations of Blackwell. Blackwell comes in either a Blackwell
This Yamato
classic
dude's trying to get to me.
that uses the HGX form factor that we pioneered
I'm in.
with
Nice,
Volta,
dude. Thank you.
and I think it was Volta. And so we've been shipping the HGX form factor for some time. It is air cooled.
If they come, I'll be ready.
The Grace Blackwell is liquid cooled. However,
Now I'm back
the
in
number of
this.
data centers that want to go liquid cooled is quite significant. The reason for that is because
Lol.
we can, in a
I'm back in
liquid-cooled
this.
data
I'm
center,
feeling better.
in any data center, power limited data center, whatever size data center you choose, you could install and deploy anywhere from 3 to 5 times the AI throughput compared to the past. And so
Okay, I'm an
liquid
idiot. I
cooling
need to spend my
is
stupid
cheaper.
money.
Liquid cooling, our TCO is better, and liquid cooling allows you to have the benefit of this capability we call NVLink, which allows us to expand it to 72 Grace Blackwell packages, which has
That's mid-boss at
essentially
half.
144 GPUs. And so imagine 144 GPUs connected in NVLink, and that we're increasingly
I'll
showing
be able
you
to
the
get it. I
benefits
can maybe
of that.
stun him.
And the next click is obviously very low latency, very high throughput, large language model inference.
I'm an idiot.
the large NVLink domain is going to be a game
I'm
changer.
I'm just dead. I'm an
So
idiot.
I think people are
Oh, I'm so
deploying
dumb.
both. And so almost every CSP we're working with are deploying some of both. And so I'm pretty confident that we'll ramp it up just fine. Your second question out of the third is looking forward. Yeah, next year is going to be a great year. We expect to grow our data center business quite significantly next year. Blackwell is going to be a complete game changer for the industry, and Blackwell is going to carry into the following year. And as I mentioned earlier, working backwards from first principles. Remember that computing is going through two platform transitions at the same time, and that's just really, really important to keep your head on, your mind focused on, which is general purpose computing is shifting to accelerated computing, and human engineered software is going to transition to generative AI or artificial intelligence learned software. Okay.
And your next question comes from the line of Stacy Raskin with Bernstein Research. Your line is open.
Hi guys, thanks for taking my questions. I have two short questions to collect.
I didn't have fun with this game, but there's other reasons for that. But you asked me a question. Did I enjoy this game? Answers.
Like, is that additive? You said you expected Hopper demand to strengthen in the second half. Does that mean Hopper strengthens?
That's just dumb game. I'm not even water or something, and we'll start again.
The second question on gross margins: if I have mid 70s for the year, depending where I want to draw that, if I have 75 for the year, I'd be something like 71 to 72. For Q4, somewhere in that range. Is that the kind of exit rate for gross margin?
I had another idea of what they need to fix, and I can't think of what it is.
Into next year, as Blackwell ramps, and hopefully, I guess the yields and the inventory reserves and everything come up.
Yes, so Stacey, let's first take your question that you had about Hopper and Blackwell. So we believe our Hopper will continue to grow into the second half. We have many new products for Hopper, our existing products for Hopper, that we believe will start continuing to ramp in the next quarters, including our Q3 and those new products moving to Q4. So let's say Hopper therefore versus H1 is a growth opportunity for that. Additionally, we have the Blackwell on top of that, and the Blackwell starting of ramping in Q4. So hope that helps you on those two pieces. Your second piece is in terms of on our gross margin. We provided gross margin for our Q3. We provided our gross margin on the non-GAAP at about 75. We'll work with all the different transitions that we're going through, but we do believe we can do that 75 in Q3. We provided that we're still on track for the full year, also in the mid-70s or approximately the 75. So we're going to see some slight difference possibly in Q4, again with our transitions and the different cost structures that we have on our new product introduction. However, I'm not in the same number that you are there. We don't have exactly guidance, but I do believe you're lower than where we are.
And your next question comes from the line of Ben Reitzes with Melius. Your line is open.
Yeah, hey, thanks a lot for the question, Jensen and Colette. I wanted to ask about the geographies. There was the 10Q that came out, and the United States was down sequentially, while several Asian geographies were up a lot sequentially. Just wondering what the dynamics are there, and obviously China did very well. You mentioned it in your remarks. What are the puts and takes? And then I just wanted to clarify from Stacy's question if that means the sequential overall revenue growth rates for the company accelerate in the fourth quarter, given all those favorable revenue dynamics. Thanks.
Let me talk about a bit in terms of our disclosure in terms of the 10Q, a required disclosure and a choice of geographies. Very challenging sometimes to create that right disclosure, as we have to come up with one key piece. Pieces in terms of in terms of who we sell to and or specifically who we invoice to. And so what you're seeing in terms of there is who we invoice. That's
I
not
wrote
necessarily
words.
where the product will eventually be, and where it may even travel to the end customer. These are just moving to our OEMs, our ODMs, and our system integrators for the most part
Man,
across
Nvidia's
our product portfolio.
losing
So what
it
you're
after
seeing there
round.
is sometimes just
So
a
we're gonna
difference
overstorm in
of,
this.
shift in
Maybe I'll
terms of
stream one
who
more.
they are using to complete their full configuration before those things are going into the data center, going into notebooks.
I don't know
and
why.
pieces of it.
I just
And
don't
that
know why the
shift
market's so
happens
fickle
from
here
time to
because
time. But yes, our China number there, our invoicing to China, keep in mind that is incorporating both gaming, also data center, also automotive in those numbers that we have. Going back to your statement regarding gross margin, and also what we're seeing in terms of what we're looking at for Hopper and Blackwell in terms of revenue. Hopper will continue to grow in the second half. Will continue to grow from what we are currently seeing. During determining that exact mix in each Q3 and Q4, we don't have here. We are not here to guide yet in terms of Q4. But we do see right now the demand expectations. We do see the visibility that will be a growth opportunity in Q4. On top of that, we will have our Blackwell architecture.
And your next question comes from the line of CJ Muse with Cantor Fitzgerald. Your line is open.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for taking the question. You've embarked on a remarkable annual product cadence with challenges only likely becoming more and more given rising complexity in a reticle limit advanced package world. So curious, if you take a step back, how does this backdrop alter your thinking around potentially greater vertical integration, supply chain partnerships, and then thinking through consequential impact to your margin profile? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Let's see. I think the answer to your first question is that the reason why our velocity is so high is simultaneously because the complexity of the model is growing, and we want to continue to drive its cost down. It's growing, so we want to continue to increase its scale. And we believe that by continuing to scale the AI models, that will reach a level of extraordinary usefulness, and that it would open up, realize the next industrial revolution. We believe it, and so we're going to drive ourselves really hard to continue to go up that scale. We have the ability.
I'm waiting on
uniquely to integrate. To design a
few minutes.
an AI factory. Because
if I start a new game, I'm just going to straight up miss them.
It's not possible to come up with a new AI factory every year unless you have all the parts. And so we have next year we're going to ship a lot more CPUs than we've ever had in the history of our company. More GPUs, of course, but also NVLink switches, CX DPUs, ConnectX CPU for East and West, Bluefield DPUs for North and South, and data and storage processing, to InfiniBand for supercomputing centers, to Ethernet, which is a brand new product for us, which is well on its way to becoming a multi-billion-dollar business, to bring AI to Ethernet. And so the fact that we could build, we have access to all of this. We have one architectural stack, as you know. It allows us to introduce new capabilities to the market, as we complete it. Otherwise, what happens is you ship these parts, you go find customers to sell it to, and then somebody's got to build up an AI factory, and the AI factory's got a mountain of software. And so it's not about who integrates it. We love the fact that our supply chain is disintegrated in the sense that we could service, Quanta, Foxconn, HP, Dell, Lenovo, Supermicro. We used to be able to service ZT. They were recently purchased, and so on and so forth. And so the number of ecosystem partners that we have, Gigabyte, ASUS, the number of ecosystem partners that we have, that allows them to take our architecture, which all works, but integrated in a bespoke way into all of the world's cloud service providers, enterprise data centers. The scale and reach necessary from our ODMs and our integrator supply chain is vast and gigantic because the world is huge. And so that part we don't want to do, and we're not good at doing. And but we know how to design the AI infrastructure, provide it the way that customers will like it, and lets the ecosystem integrate it. Well, yeah. So, anyways, that's the reason why.
And your final question comes from the line of Aaron Rakers with Wells Fargo. Your line is open.
Yes, thanks for taking the question. I wanted to go back into the Blackwell product cycle. One of the questions that we tend to get asked is how you see the rack scale system mix dynamic as you think about leveraging NVLink, you think about GB, NVL 72, and how that go-to-market, dynamic looks, as far as the Blackwell product cycle. I guess, put distinctly, how do you see that mix of rack scale systems as we start to think about the Blackwell cycle playing out?
Yeah, Aaron, thanks. The Blackwell rack system, it's designed and architected as a rack, but it's sold in disaggregated system components. We don't sell the whole rack. And the reason for that is because everybody's rack.
So we're gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna sign off.
Some of them are OCP standards, some of them are not, some of them are enterprise, and the power limits for everybody could be a little different. Choice of CDUs, the choice of power bus bars, the configuration and integration into people's data centers, all different. And so the way we designed it, we architected the whole rack. The software is going to work perfectly across the whole rack. And then we provide the system components. Like, for example, the CPU and GPU compute board is then integrated into an MGX. It's a modular system architecture. MGX is completely ingenious. And we have MGX ODMs and integrators and OEMs all over the planet. And so just about, any configuration you would like, where you would like that 3,000-pound rack to be delivered, it's got to be close to, it has to be integrated and assembled close to the data center because it's fairly heavy. And so everything from the supply chain, from the moment that we ship the GPU, CPUs, the switches, the NICs, from that point forward, the integration is done quite close to the location of the CSPs and the locations of the data centers. And so you can imagine how many data centers in the world there are and how many logistics hubs we've scaled out to with our ODM partners.
I think Overstorm's getting set up here.
I think that
give them a
because
boost
we show it as one rack.
Oh wait, can we?
It's always rendered
can
that
we
way
use
and shown
that
that way,
terrible thing that
we
they've
might have let the
added to
impression that we're
what you
doing
call
the
it?
integration. Our customers hate that we do integration. The supply chain hates us doing integration.
Yeah.
They want to do the integration. That's their value added. There's a final design in, if you will. It's not quite as simple as shimmy into a data center, but that design fit in is really complicated. And so the design fit in, the installation, the bring up, the repair and replace, that entire cycle is done all over the world.
There we go.
And we have a sprawling network of ODM and OEM partners that does this incredibly well. So integration is not.
This has to be the end of this earnings call.
Racks, it's the anti-reason.
Well,
a technology provider.
And I will now turn the call back over to Jensen Huang for closing remarks.
yeah, Jensen, Jacket needs
Thank
to
you.
save
Let me
us.
make a couple of comments that I made earlier again. The data center worldwide are in full steam.
They still made a lot
to
of money.
modernize the entire computing stack with accelerated computing and generative AI. Hopper demand remains strong, and the anticipation for Blackwell is incredible.
Oh, what broke?
Let me highlight the top 5 things. The top 5 things.
Overstorm.
CPU scaling slows.
Why does Twitch not show me when like people go live,
Accelerated
man?
computing starts with CUDA-X libraries. New libraries open new markets for NVIDIA. We released many new libraries, including CUDA accelerated Polars, Pandas, and Spark, the leading data science and data processing libraries. cuVS for vector databases. This is incredibly hot right now. Ariel and Shiona for 5G wireless base station. A whole world of data centers that we can go into now. Parabricks for gene sequencing, and AlphaFold 2 for protein structure prediction is now CUDA accelerated. We are at the beginning of our journey to modernize $1 trillion worth of data centers from general purpose computing to accelerated computing. That's number 1. Number 2, Blackwell is a step function leap over Hopper. Blackwell is an AI
step
infrastructure
function
platform,
leap.
not just a GPU. Also happens to be the name of our GPU, but it's an AI infrastructure platform. As we reveal more of Blackwell and sample systems to our partners and customers, the extent of Blackwell's leap becomes clear. The Blackwell vision took nearly 5 years and 7 one-of-a-kind chips to realize. The Gray CPU, the Blackwell dual GPU and a CoWoS package, ConnectX DPU for east-west traffic.
Twitch, you can finish the ad
BlueField
anytime
DPU
now.
for north,
It's going to pop up in the middle of the game.
Traffic, NVLink switch
Who are we up against?
for all-to-all GPU communications, and Quantum and Spectrum X for both InfiniBand and Ethernet can support the massive burst traffic of AI. Blackwell AI factories are building-sized computers. NVIDIA designed and optimized the Blackwell platform full stack, end-to-end, from chips, systems, networking, even...
Why are they all spawning so low to the ground?
And mountains of software to make it fast for customers to build AI factories. These are very capital-intensive infrastructures. Customers want to deploy it as soon as they get their hands on the equipment and deliver the best performance.
Probably could have used the smoke.
Blackwell provides 3 to 5 times more AI throughput in a power-limited data
I hit the bubble.
The third is NVLink. This is a very big deal. With its all-to-all GPU switch is game-changing. The Blackwell system lets us connect 144 GPUs in 72 GB200 packages into one NVLink domain.
Good bomb on his part.
With an aggregate NVLink bandwidth of
We're getting like all the money.
9 terabytes per second in one rack. Just put that in perspective, that's about 10 times higher than Hopper. 259 terabytes per second. Kind of makes sense because you need to boost the training of multi-trillion parameter models on trillions of tokens. And so that natural amount of data needs to be moved around from GPU to GPU. For inference, NVLink is vital for low latency, high throughput, large language model, token generation. We now have 3 networking platforms. NVLink for GPU scale-up, Quantum InfiniBand for supercomputing and dedicated AI factories, and Spectrum X for AI on Ethernet. NVIDIA's networking footprint.
Okay, good. I have a better clip now because man, that starting game clip is
AI
awful.
momentum is accelerating. Generative AI frontier model makers are racing to scale to the next AI plateau to increase model safety and IQ. We're also scaling to understand more modalities from text, images, and video to 3D, physics, chemistry, and biology. Chatbots, coding AIs, and image generators are growing fast, but it's just the tip of the
Well, at least they're shooting me and not the
Internet
bubble.
services are deploying generative AI for large-scale recommenders, ad targeting, and search systems. AI startups are consuming tens of billions of dollars yearly of CSP cloud capacity, and countries are recognizing the importance of AI and investing in sovereign AI infrastructure.
He's at like 1/3.
And
he's at 200.
NVIDIA AI, NVIDIA Omniverse, is opening up the next era of AI, general robotics. And now the enterprise AI wave has started, and we're poised to help companies transform their businesses. The NVIDIA AI Enterprise Platform consists of
I think he
NeMo,
backed.
NIMS, NIM
He's in the
Agent
center. You can catch
Blueprints,
him on the stairs.
and AI Foundry. That our ecosystem partners, the world-leading IT companies,
Help showed.
use to help companies customize AI models and build bespoke
That was
AI
so dumb.
applications.
And I lost
Enterprises
creeps.
can then
Hate losing
deploy on
creeps.
NVIDIA AI Enterprise Runtime.
He had
And
one
at
health,
$4,500 per GPU per year, NVIDIA AI Enterprise is an exceptional value
It's
for
fair to say I'm
deploying
just bad.
AI anywhere. And for
I'm
NVIDIA's
just bad.
software TAM can be significant as the CUDA-compatible GPU installed base grows from millions to tens of millions. And as Colette mentioned, NVIDIA software will exit the year at a $2 billion run rate. Thank you all for joining us today.
And ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's call, and we thank you for your participation. You may now disconnect.
Okay, cool. That is the end of the meeting. I could never guess which way they're gonna go. Like, skill shots in this game are so bad. Oh, cool. I'm glad I could help. I do wish that I could just have an auto set, because, like, I'm always going to spend it exactly the same way. So why doesn't it just spend it? You know? Oh!
Easy.
Yeah, I got this dude burrowing into me.
Is he back?
I got him.
I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, like you yelling at me yesterday. Like, why did you get him? But he dove. I got to the tower, so he just died on the tower. He like jumped off of the rope thing, the rail.
Oh, he did that boost jump.
Or burrow. Like he appeared like behind me, where I was like, what, the barrels?
I'll dance through my enemies.
Let me get to the shop.
Ping him. I want to ult him.
Good luck.
I had like 3,500 to spend, so it was probably bad. Took too long.
I see 7.
Oh, the minion got me. I didn't see. That was a gambit. That's my fault.
Yeah.
I lowered my health so I could ult him and take him out with a bomb. Didn't work.
Game. I shot him.
They're sold.
I see paradox.
Really? Whoa! There goes the YouTube video loading and unloading. Oh, you got locked in the thing? I got you! Actually got one. Double kill, let's go. Uh-oh, I might have to pull out the harmonica. That might be my first double kill in this game that wasn't like a free one. I might have to actually get the tool.
Dramatic, stylish, I love it.
In between games, I will go get the harmonica. That used to be a thing.
Sweet dreams.
Oh, hello. What are we trying to do here? What's this guy doing? Okay. Oh. I mean, cool.
I see paradox.
Yeah, let's get our healing on here. Back in.
I couldn't get up.
I use the zip if you need it for healing.
Alright, they lost a guy, so I think we won.
Oh, we've killed their spirit. Do you just want to leave? Like, if it's abandoned, do you just want to leave?
Yeah, we always win. It's a good opportunity to test stuff out too.
I see paradox.
Okay, we can keep playing. That's fine.
Let's push blue. Good night. I see green.
I don't know why this person left. They're 1 and 3. Like, I don't even know. But they did just leave because the timer hasn't elapsed. Oh god, couldn't get. Okay, don't do that. That was dumb.
The screams of Vindicta's enemies echo through. I've been forged into a force has arrived. Your brilliance is an example to us all, McGinnis. Nap time.
I was actually curious if that actually did something. This guy's looking to hook.
Their dreams will come crashing down. They cower before us. And so the ritual is another step
over here.
to completion.
I will say that Bebop's gun is actually, like, really bad for laning. Like, this guy's bad at the hook, so... Maybe that's why the other guy quit! Okay, his bullet resist is kind of good, though. I gotta build stacks or do damage. I mean, you're losing Shrine, buddy, so... This is Talon? Who is this? I don't know who this is.
These months can never catch me. Bedtime for you.
Yeah. But if that was 65 meters, we would have just been jacked, eh? Okay, I'm just gonna keep backing up casually. Wow, well, laning phase just ended. I'm well aware I have currency.
Seems to me no good if I don't spend it.
Today, the sapphire flame will fail.
This character reminds me a lot of Katarina from League. As you get in with her and she does the thing. Okay. Oops, missed that thing. I don't know what move that is. It's down now.
7's low. Thank you. think we won.
Yeah, I feel that we kind of have double their net worth.
More than that.
Yeah.
The Amber Hand will stand triumph.
I'll have the same message.
I didn't even buy the item that gives me the recharge. Nope, I got disarmed.
Do you know you can shoot that mole while he's on the ground? Just aim at the ground.
You can? Oh dear. Yeah, I had fun, I guess. So this conference call thing is over. Right, so we're gonna host up Overstorm. Go from there. Kind of whatever today. I'm just not there today. I don't know what's going on.